You're welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you one major mistake or that butchers make that makes the meat after killing an animal to be very stiff or hard. And then I'm going to share a solution that will that will help to make the meat to be very tender after killing an animal. So stick to the end of this video if you're a butcher to see one of the major things to do to make your meat after killing an animal to be very tender. Now let's look at it from the scientific approach. Now, during the death of an animal, a change occurs, and this change is the gliding path of two muscles of the meat known as actin and myosin. And so these two muscles they glide past. In other words, they call it rigor mortis. They come together and then they stick to each other. And so this process occurs when glucose is being converted to lactic acid. And this process of glucose converted to lactic acid only takes place when there is an anaerobic condition. And an anaerobic condition means where there is no oxygen. So that means that at the death of an animal, rigor mortis occurs. And so the rate of this rigor mortis depends on the availability of glucose in the body of an animal. And so the amount of glucose present in the body will determine the rate at which rigor mortis will occur. And so what are some of the mistakes they make? Now, notice the kind of animals that are being killed in Nigeria. Animals that move a long journey from the north to Nigeria, where they look for green grass. And on getting to Nigeria, buyers will go and buy them and then hand them over to the butchers to be killed. And then during that process, the animals immediately are being killed. And then you now find out that the glucose in their body is depleted. And as a result, the rate at which rigor mortis occurs is very fast. And that makes the meat to be very, very stiff. Can you see why? And so, in this case, what can delay this rigor mortis from occurring? Or what can we do to make the meat from being tender? Because this rigor mortis is what makes our meat to be stiff 8 hours after killing the meat. So now what can delay this rigor mortis from occurring? Now, as we have highlighted, the amount of glucose or the rate at which rigor mortis occur depends on the amount of glucose found in the body. So now, before you kill an animal, 8 hours to when you want to kill this animal, make sure the animal is at rest. It is not excited. And then what you do is that make sure you feed the animal very, very well. Feed it very well. Let the animals be at rest. In short, if possible, we can make the animals to sleep and then let it rest for at least 8 hours. And then when you want to kill the animal, unlike in Nigeria, where if when you want to kill cow, one person will drag the front, one person will drag the back, and then the animals itself will know that they want to kill him, and then they will be dragging the animal, and the animal will be excited using the glucose in it, and immediately it dies. Immediately the glucose is used up, and then immediately it is being converted to what? To lactic acid. So can you see? So what you need to do is that let the animal relax. As the animal relax, give it feed, and then when it feed, leave it for 8 hours. Then in that manner, if you want to kill the animal, then you need to use the systematic approach different approach to killing this animal. Then at that point, you are not stressing the animal, and the glucose in the animal is intact, it's in big amount. And so when you kill this animal, the rate at which these two muscles glide past will be very slow. And so 8 hours after even which you've killed the animal, you see that the meat of this animal will be very, very tender. Did you notice the point? Before you kill an animal, allow the animal to rest for at least 8 hours before you systematically or tactically kill the animal, so to have the glucose in large amount. And when the anaerobic condition sets in, the conversion of that glucose will be in a slow rate, or it will not be used up immediately, in that it will be converted immediately to lactic acid, bringing in the process of rigor mortis. So then I'm going to share with you other means in which, if the mistake has been made, then other means in which you can make your meat to be tender even after it has been killed. If this video is of benefit to you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the like button, and also share with your friends, especially those who are in the line of business with you, so that they can see a common mistake that they make in case of killing an animal, so as to make the meat of that animal to be very tender. See you in our next video. Thank you.